Week 4 of the NFL season is in the books, and while we would love to talk all day long about the Buffalo Bills dismantling of the Miami Dolphins, we're really here for some deep dynasty waiver options. So first off, we're going to get started. We use a 50% threshold on Sleeper on who you're going to add for Sleeper rostership. And again, this is Jeff Bell here to run you through all of this. First up, Jaleel McLaughlin from Denver. We're going to cheat on this first one. He's 51% rostered in Sleeper, but we saw the injury to Javonte Williams create opportunity for McLaughlin, a player that has been involved all year long, drawing multiple goal line opportunities. He's already getting high-value opportunities, and now with Javonte Williams out of the lineup, he has a fantastic opportunity to step forward and become a major focal point of this offense. At 1-3, Denver's season looks to be headed in one direction, and while they're coming off a win, they need to start to involve younger players, and that could mean McLaughlin showing out in this opportunity and taking more of a role from Samaje Perine moving forward as part of a centerpiece of that offense. And so this is an opportunity. You want to grab him. He's 51% rostered, so he's available in many leagues, even though he's over our threshold. But again, that is a great stash here for Jaleel McLaughlin. Next up is Mitch Trubisky from Pittsburgh. And while it's very gross, we've all been through the Mitch Trubisky experience. If you're in a deep superflex league, you simply must add quarterbacks that are going to be looking at starting opportunities. Kenny Pickett came out injured in this game, and it's going to be a wait and see on his availability, but this Steelers offense has really struggled, and so Trubisky is not stepping into the best opportunity. But again, with bye week starting here in week 5, you never know when one of those quarterback starts needs to hit your lineup, and so make a small but calculated play on adding Mitch Trubisky in those deep superflex leagues. Next one is a little bit of a speculative play, but also caused by injuries. So T. Higgins had a rib injury, left week 4. Week 5 outlook looks a little bit doubtful at this point. So in the short term, Jamar Chase and Tyler Boyd are going to be the primary options in this offense. We've seen more than enough work out of them to cover that. But on this one, we want to go a little bit speculative with Charlie Jones at 44% rostered on Sleeper and Andrei Iosivias at 15% rostered. So these are long-term plays, and at 1-3, the Bengals might have to make some difficult decisions. Before the season, they gave T. Higgins kind of bad news in his regard. They told him they were not going to sign him to an extension prior to the year. They could still use the franchise tag, or other areas of avenues exist to keep Higgins on the roster long-term. But right now, it's looking like he might be the odd man pushed out with Jamar Chase involvement with Joe Burrow and that large contract. Jones and Iosivias are players that were drafted in this spring. They're available in many leagues. Jones has shown out a bit on special teams. They have not gotten major offensive usage, but if Higgins misses multiple weeks, this could be a situation. The Bengals have 2 games before their bye week, and Higgins might miss most of those games. So monitor the situation, add these players as deep speculative adds, and looking forward, this is more of a future play. Derius Davis is a player for the Chargers, another rookie from TCU. He is the other rookie wide receiver from TCU for the Chargers, with Quentin Johnston garnering all the praise as a first-round pick. He's primarily shown on special teams, and he's only 18% sleeper rostered, but he did get some offensive involvement in this game with Mike Williams out due to injury. Now, we know Williams' season is over, and so the Chargers could be hunting options. And Austin Eckler was out again this week. We had 3 weeks in a row now with Josh Kelly getting an opportunity to show out as the primary back. He's struggled so far. Davis gained 51 yards on 3 rushes and 16 yards on 2 receptions. That rushing game involvement is interesting because as they're looking for potential complements off Austin Eckler's return to the lineup, Davis's home run ability gives them a chance that maybe he gets a couple carries per game as that change of pace and diminishes Josh Kelly or Isaiah Spiller, whoever they decide to move forward with, that role complementing Austin Eckler. So Davis is, again, a deep speculative ad, but his athleticism, 4.3, 640, shows up. And so add that just on those deeper leagues. This is the one we don't want to talk about, but we kind of have to. Jonnu Smith from Atlanta, 19% sleeper rostered. We've all been hoping for the Kyle Pitts breakout, and the team has kind of come out and said that Kyle Pitts is still coming off that injury. If you watch him, he's not running like you would expect Kyle Pitts to run. Jonnu Smith had 95 yards in this game, a 6-reception day, and it has been over a calendar year since Kyle Pitts has posted a 95-yard day. There was some schemed up involvement with Jonnu Smith in this game from Arthur Smith, involving him in the screen game and extension of the run game. And if you're starting to see some of that, that creates an opportunity where, Jonnu, we need to talk about this, because at a 6-reception, 95-yard day, that's going to be a tight end 1 qualifier in many leagues. And so it's a deeper add. But again, as this offense starts to really struggles to take shape and looks for solutions, those shorter passes to Jonnu Smith look like they're going to be part of this moving forward. Last one is an interesting one, because 2 weeks ago, we saw the injury to Nick Chubb create Jerome Ford as a primary add. And then right after that, the Browns signed Kareem Hunt to further muddy that backfield. But it's actually been Pierre Strong at 54% sleeper rostered, who has led the team in rushing yards each of the past 2 weeks. Now, there's a lot of game script involved in that rushing production. Strong has come in to close those games out, but again, he's been the leading rusher, and he's been the most effective and efficient back for the Browns so far. We don't like to play the game of if you remove this play, because that play was made, but if you remove Jerome Ford's 69-yard run, he's only got 117 rushing yards and 49 carries. It's just over 2.38 yards per carry. The Browns can't continue to move on with that efficiency. So Ford needs to show some improvement, or they need to look for other solutions. Pierre Strong is a bit of a cheat on this. He's 54% rostered, but with the addition of Kareem Hunt, with the way that backfield shifted early, he might have come available in multiple leagues. And so this is a player that I think is worth adding. We wait and see how that backfield takes shape. But the idea that Jerome Ford has a stranglehold on that backfield, I don't believe is going to be the case moving forward. Thank you so much for joining me here. Make sure to follow all of Football Guys content on YouTube, on the website, subscribe, and thank you so much for your time. Good luck this week.